Yo dudes! Welcome to the ultimate lunch prep. This is fantastic. You're gonna spend 1 hour prep and you're gonna get enough food for lunch for the full week. Many people with lunch don't know what to do. It tends to get repetitive. We eat the same thing. The beautiful thing about this, for anyone working from home or anyone kind of eating lunch at home, you'll have such a variety, multifaceted lunch that's gonna bring creaminess, acidity, crispiness, crunchy, umami, deliciousness. Okay, first step we're gonna do is we're gonna make the hummus, but before we do, I've got a question for you. So we've started including the written recipes down below, a link underneath our videos. And we're thinking of starting converting them into imperial for people who are in America or Canada or other countries which use that metric system, or that imperial system, cups and all that. So if you want us to start converting our recipes, let us know in the link down below. And if you know any good tools, just comment about it. We genuinely love your help in this one. So first step we're gonna make is just a simple, creamy, delicious hummus. Okay, so we got a food processor. Into that we're first going to add 500 grams of cooked chickpeas. So that's just drained and rinsed 2 400-gram tins. We have 2 large cloves of garlic peeled, in they go. We have juice of 1 lemon. I always like to squeeze it through my hands. Well, I meant to juice in that one. It just means there's no pips end up in it. Okay, we're going in with tahini. Tahini is blended up sesame seed. It is delicious. We're going in with 6 tablespoons. If you couldn't get any tahini, you could simply use peanut butter, almond butter, sesame seed butter, even pecan butter would work fine. Okay, you can decide whether to put oil or not in it. We always put oil in it, just gives a nice creamier taste to it. We're going to go in with 8 tablespoons of oil. So whatever type of oil, whether you use olive oil, sunflower oil, we're using rapeseed oil from our friend Keith's farm. Okay, I'm going to go in with about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. If you want any more, go with that, but we're gonna season to taste at the end. Okay, I always find water, well, you add it to your own desired texture, whether you like it thick or you like it a thinner hummus. I'm gonna personally start with 4 and then see where we're at. 4 tablespoons of water. Literally, we make, I'd say, I don't know, a ton and a half of hummus every week because we make little tubs of it and sell it all over Ireland. So we do know our way around hummus. Boom. Okay, so this gives a lovely, luscious, creamy, indulgent, full-bodied, full-flavored hummus. Perfect, will last for a week in the fridge, and perfect for sandwich meal prep. Okay, next thing we're gonna make is a simple basil pesto. Nice one, will last up to a few weeks in the fridge. Grows great with pasta, wonderful on sandwiches. I have 50 grams of basil leaf. I'm just gonna remove it from the stalk, straight into the food processor. Okay, I have 100 grams of toasted cashew nuts, just add them in. If you don't have cashew nuts, you could use almonds or walnuts or any type of nuts. Cashews is our personal preference. And by toasting them, we're gonna have more flavor. I have 2 cloves of garlic, or 1.5 really, of garlic. 150 ml of oil. Try to choose a neutral tasting oil. If you use a strong flavored olive oil, it'll just dominate, or a strong rapeseed oil. So personally, I tend to go with like a cheap sunflower oil or a cheap olive oil. And final ingredient is 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Boom. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good too. Very nice, very creamy, very balanced. It has a nice light flavor, and a little bit of acidity just balances it out all so wonderfully. Next up, what we're gonna make is simple pickled onions. So I have 3 red onions. You might think pickled onions, oh, these are nothing, but what they do is they bring acidity to a dish and just complement and add extra multi-dimensional to a sandwich or a lunch of choice. I want to chop them into half moons, so I'm just going to go up and down like this. Okay, so it does look like a load of onions, but wait until you put them in the jar and soak them. They're just really super tasty. And they're well worth doing. They really do add just an extra dimension to your lunch or sandwich. So now time to pickle them. So we're gonna go with a simple 50-50 pickling solution. So 50% vinegar of choice and 50% water. So it's as easy just to eyeball it, as in just go by the eye. But if you wanna measure it out, you can. Nice generous pinch of salt. And then finally, we're just gonna top it up with water. And top it right up to the top. Finally, pop the lid on nice and tight. And then just give it a nice good shake. And simply when you leave that sit, within an hour, all the onions will have pickled. They'll have started to become a lot softer, sweeter, and they'll have lost that sharpness that normally onions. And they'll have a wonderful bright color that'll make your sandwiches pop and just bring a little dimension of acidity. Okay, so next up, we're gonna make a spiced vegetable filling. Goes fantastic in a sandwich or in any type of plate. So we've got a wide bottom non-stick pan on a high heat. I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon of oil. We've one onion which we chopped into nice crescents. While that's frying, I have a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Now, this is where it gets fun. We have 3 carrots and we have 2 courgettes, aka zucchini. With the courgettes, just take the little rubbery bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom. I'm gonna take a potato peeler or vegetable peeler and we're just gonna peel nice long strips. Okay, so we fried down the onion and mustard seed for about 3 minutes until it's starting to brown. Meanwhile, we've peeled all our carrots and courgettes into long, thin strips. They're going straight into the pan. It will look strange. You might be going, wow, why are you putting in big things? But bear with us, stick with us. This is going to be fabulous. Nice, generous pinch of salt. That's just going to help release the flavors and help them break down another bit. And I've got about 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds I'm going to add in. Last and final bit, just to add a little bit of acidity in here, we're going to go with half a teaspoon of apple cider. Oh, we're going to go, yeah, half a teaspoon apple cider vinegar. Okay, so I fried them down for about 3 minutes at a high heat, and we're just going to pop them away. These will last about 4 days in the fridge. Okay, next one we're gonna make, which is fantastic, is a delicious fried mushrooms. I'm going into the same wide bottom pan. I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon of oil. We're using some chestnuts, some oyster mushrooms, and any type of mushrooms. You know, you might get 200-300 grams, that'll work perfect. Okay, so we fried the mushrooms down for probably 3-4 minutes. Finally, we're gonna add some of my delicious black
What weight of
sauce.
mushrooms did you have, Dave?
A good couple of handfuls, approximately 300 grams. But you know, 200 grams, 300 grams. This is 300 grams. It does fry down and lose quite a lot of volume. I'm going to go in with 3 tablespoons of tamari. I'm also going to go in. I'm going to add an extra little angle of
Deliciousness.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a tablespoon of maple syrup.
So you want to get moving quick in the pan to disperse that lovely maple note. And as they sit out and dry out in the air and cool down before you put them in the fridge, they're going to end up becoming more and more grizzly.
That's it. That's our ultimate sandwich prep. Perfect for lunch. We've got our pesto, our hummus, our pickled onions. We've got our ribbons. We've got our fried mushrooms. We made a fantastic sourdough bread. If you're looking for the recipe, swipe up for that one. Other things that I love to make. Olive gherkins, very easy. We have some lovely kimchi. Check out the recipe vid just up here. So easy to make and last for years and just gets better with time. So yeah, as I said, the sourdough bread, you can, if you want to learn how to make that, there's a link to that up there. Also, other things which we use if we don't make bread and I just couldn't be bothered is, I find crackers. You get all sorts of different crackers in the supermarket or health food store. Wholemeal pittas you'll buy in most supermarkets or health food store. Just, I love them toasted.
And last thing, some roasted red peppers go down great. Cherry tomatoes or some avocados if you can, just to add more dimension, make your sandwiches and lunch even more multifaceted.
Yeah, so this should do your lunch for the full week. One thing which I thought we're going to try to do is we're going to start trying to do our recipes as well as in metric. We're going to start doing them in imperial as well. So that is for all our American viewers, in cups and all those various things. If you know of any way, what's the best way to actually start doing our recipes in that? If there's some kind of a tool or software which does it, or do you just have to
And
manually
also
go?
let us know if you'd be interested in us doing, because it's something that we kind of feel it would be the right thing to do, but let us know that
Yeah,
you
it
would
will
appreciate
require a bit more work, so
Yeah.
we do want to know that you will value it.
Thanks for watching this. If anyone does want to learn more about cooking, do check out our Ultimate Vegan Cooking course. It's on discount now. Teach you the principles about cooking, and we do have our new book available to pre-order. Yes!
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Bye!